Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Hyperfixation, the podcast. A little bit of a different one today. Just me, no guest. We're going to go through one of my hyperfixations, which is Doctor Who. If you know me well, you know this is the bee's knees to me. I love Doctor Who. I have since I've been a very small child. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to do a tier list. This is every single story from the new version of the show, from when it aired in 2005 and up until the most current season in 2025, last year. It's going to take a little while. I'll go through it basically quickly, give a bit of a Cliff Notes version to my thoughts on each episode, each story. So a lot of doctors, a lot of stories, and a lot of ground to cover. So we're going to do each story pretty quickly. I'll give a bit of a Cliff Notes on each story and try not to get too sidetracked. I'm keeping an eye on the time to see if we can get this done, you know, in a timely manner. Here are the tiers we've got. So for the GOAT tier, the S+ tier, you were fantastic, absolutely fantastic. This is for the best of the best, the creme de la creme. Geronimo! This is for the great episodes. Definitely worth a rewatch. Really good stuff. Firing on all cylinders. Allons-y. This is for good episodes. Fairly decent episodes. Ones you enjoy. The fun ones will often go in here. Most episodes, especially from the first 5 seasons, will probably go in this category. Ooh, it's a thing. Yeah, it's fine. Episodes that just sort of are middle of the road. They're not, you wouldn't call them bad. You wouldn't call them good. Maybe they're just a bit not for me, but you can appreciate certain things about them. Look What the Cat Dragged in, The Oncoming Storm. Episodes that just don't really work. Maybe the story isn't quite up there. Maybe there are some performances that aren't quite there. Maybe some of the production lets it down. I'm So Sorry. This is for episodes that aren't good. These are not good episodes. They are probably not worth a rewatch. And then we have Worse Than the Twin Dilemma. And believe it or not, I think we're going to have quite a few stories in the Worse Than the Twin Dilemma category. There are, unfortunately, a few stories that are worse than the Twin Dilemma. Believe it or not. There's going to be some hot takes in here. There's going to be some contentious opinions. So I look forward to reading your comments. If you'd like to see more episodes like this, they're a bit more chill, a bit more slow-paced, a little more one-on-one, a little more intimate. Let me know. Feel free, comment, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you get your podcasts as well. Otherwise, feel free to hit up the website, hyperfixationthepodcast.com. And there'll also be the submission form there, so feel free, chuck in any comments, any topics you'd like us to cover in the future. You can write anything you want, and it'll get sent direct to Hyperfixation HQ. So, without further ado, let's get started. We're going to go in chronological order of release. So let's kick it off. Rose. Just fantastic. Bringing the show back from absolutely the depths of being forgotten and cancelled and thought of as embarrassing, you know, to the BBC. It brought it back in a whole new, fresh, bold way with fantastic grounded performances, amazing writing, and great production. Rose very firmly in the top of Geronimo. It may end up in Your Fantastic, Absolutely Fantastic, but it's a surefire bet for the top of Geronimo for the moment. End of the World, good fun sci-fi. Another great continuation of the Doctor and Rose's story. It sort of solidifies them as characters and starts to build their relationship. That's easily in Allons-y. The Unquiet Dead. Unquiet Dead is good. It's probably my favorite Mark Gatiss story. I'm going to put it in Allons-y below The End of the World. I might want to rethink that later. I might want to put The Unquiet Dead ahead of Allons-y. I don't know. I've always preferred Russell's writing over Mark Gatiss's personally. Aliens of London, World War III. This story gets a lot of hate. I love it. I love this story. I always have. It's camp. It's fun. It's a great follow-up to the original trilogy, the 3 stories, Rose, End of the World, Unquiet Dead. It's a great epic, sort of a mid-season finale, if you will. It's just awesome. It's a lot of fun. Yes, there's sort of a sense of humor to it, but I like that. It's a show for kids, and it feels like a show for kids. It's scary, it's grounded, it's real. It's great. Allons-y, and I'm going to put it above End of the World. I'm going to put End of the World actually below The Unquiet Dead because I do really like the atmosphere in The Unquiet Dead. Dalek. It's one of the best stories. It makes the Dalek scary. It makes the Daleks scary again. It reintroduces them to a whole new generation. It's a great story. It's tense. It's thrilling. It gives the Doctor and Rose so much to do. It's a banger. You were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. No doubt about it. It's great. The Long Game. This has always been sort of the anchor in the middle of season 1, or series 1, sorry. Everyone sort of talked about how bad it was. It's not that bad. Objectively, it's not that bad. It's a bit of a lull in the middle of the season because it's preceded by Dalek and followed by Father's Day. So because of how strong the rest of the season is, it makes a fairly okay episode look much worse than it is. It's fine. It goes firmly into, ooh, it's a thing. Father's Day, you're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's just a great story. It has so much heart. It's really emotional. It's amazing drama. Just the fact it happens to be in this children's sci-fi time travel show is sort of besides the point. It's just a great episode of television. Like a lot of series 1, that's sort of the running theme. It's great modern television when it came out in 2005, and it still works. Or why it works is how good the drama is, and how good the performances are, and how good the writing is. That's what makes Doctor Who good, and that's what makes this series good. So yeah, you were fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Just below Dalek. I do prefer Dalek, but if people prefer Father's Day over Dalek, I don't blame them. Oh, The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. You were fantastic, absolutely fantastic. It goes straight to the top, and it's going to stay there for a while, I think. It's Stephen Moffat's first canon contribution to Doctor Who. It's just a wonderful, wonderful story. Amazing performances, great writing, and it hits every mark on the head. Introduces Captain Jack, who is one of the best characters in Doctor Who, and builds this great dynamic between the Doctor, Rose, and Jack. It's got humor. It's utterly terrifying. I was slightly traumatized by it for years. I couldn't watch it for a long time after it first broadcast. I'd always skip it. But it's so good. It's so good. And it has probably the Ninth Doctor's greatest moment, Everybody Lives. Boomtown. Ooh, it's a thing. I'm going to put it above The Long Game. It's good. It's a good watch. It's funny. It's fun. It's very light. Not much to say about it. It's fine. It does a lot of setting up for the finale, so obviously there's a place for it. And it's a good watch. It's just not amazing. Bad Wolf and the Parting of the Ways, I'm putting just under Rose in Geronimo. It's so good. It's so good. Bad Wolf, the Parting of the Ways, and it has probably the best regeneration of the new series. It's great. I have no notes. If I was going to rank the whole first series, I'd put it in You're Fantastic, Absolutely Fantastic, and it would probably be at the top of the list. It just was a creative high, this series, and the performances and the production and the format. This series structure is basically what they've kept to for 20 years. So there's something to be said about it. And speaking of structure, we get the Christmas Invasion, which is the introduction into the 10th Doctor and started this format of this bridge episode between seasons. So it acts as an epilogue to Series 1 and a prologue to Series 2. And also has to do a lot. It has to, expand the story of the extended cast, of the family, of Jackie and Mickey and Rose, and also introduce a new Doctor. It's also got to have a worldwide threat. It's also got to be set at Christmas. It's doing so much, but it really sticks the landing. It's just a really good story, and the 10th Doctor's introduction is fantastic, and it really feels like it has a place in Series 1. That's how strong it is. I'm going to put it in Allons-y, and I'm going to put it at the top of Allons-y. I really like the Christmas Invasion. It's great fun. New Earth. Ooh, it's a thing. It's fine. I'm going to put it below Boomtown, but above the long game. I've never been the biggest fan of it. There's some great visuals. It's a good sort of land. They're hitting the ground running for the Doctor and Rose's relationship after the Christmas invasion. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Tooth and Claw, again, I'd put it in Ooh, It's a Thing. I like it a little bit more than New Earth. A lot of Series 2 is going to end up in Ooh, It's a Thing, especially the first half. School Reunion, Geronimo, and I'm going to put it just under Bad Wolf and The Parting of the Ways. I love School Reunion. It's the first sort of time we get back to referencing the classic series, and to have it in the form of Sarah Jane and K9. So lovely, and it's all handled so beautifully, and it could have been a big risk, especially after the big success of Series 1, to then start bringing back legacy characters, if you will, or characters from the classic era. All it does is bring up smiles, and deals with the real world complications, and introduces us to the actual downside to traveling with the Doctor. I think it's got a lot to say in it. It's great. It's one of those ones where you pick up a new one every time you watch it. It's really good. Girl on the Fireplace, you are fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to put it one below Dalek and one above Father's Day in the top spot, in the top tier. It's great. It's one of Stephen Moffat's best. It's wibbly wobbly timey wimey, but it's got so much heart and humor and scares. The Clockwork Droids are scary. Rise of Cybermen Age of Steel, I'm going to put in the bottom of Allons-y. Lovely to see the Cybermen back. They're scary, they're big, they're bold. A lot of fan service in this one, which isn't always a bad thing. I'm not a huge fan of the parallel universe stuff. I liked every time that story got continued and how it felt like a really connected arc. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Idiot's Lantern, I'm putting it at the bottom of Ooh, It's a Thing. I like it. It's a good fun watch, but, you know, it's nothing particularly memorable. It's good stuff, though. Just when you're next to such greats, and after you've come off Series 1, stuff like this tends to get lost a little bit. The Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit, that's going in Geronimo. It's fantastic. Love The Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit. Super scary and a proper thriller. Really tense. Introduces the Ood, which is one of the great monsters of the new era of the show. It's fantastic. Love and Monsters. Oh, God. Worse than the Twin Dilemma. It's just not a great Doctor Who story. I don't mind the idea of a Dr. Light episode. I like the idea of you see sort of a civilian's point of view of the alien invasions that we've seen so far in the new era of the show. But there's some weird stuff in it. Oh, it just doesn't work. Just doesn't work as an episode. Just doesn't work as a story. You don't find anyone particularly likable or sympathetic, and that's not down to anyone particularly. And I don't hear me just crapping on, you know, a whole production, but it's just not for me. And yeah, it's not great. Fear Her. There's a lot of people who don't like Fear Her. There are some problematic portrayals of issues in the story. Putting that to one side, I've never particularly hated the story. I actually quite liked the story, especially as a kid. It's a difficult thing to sort of reconcile with sort of now watching it as an adult. I'm just going to put it in Ooh, It's a Thing, and put it at the bottom and leave it there. It's sort of it's a tricky one to talk about for me. So I'm just going to leave it there. Army of Ghosts, Doomsday. It's in Allons-y, and it's just below the Christmas invasion. I think it's great. The cliffhanger at the end of part 1 is awesome, as always with Doctor Who. Generally, part 1 is always the best. Usually in the case of Russell T Davies finales as well. Part 1s are pretty good, and then part 2s. Yep. But no, Doomsday is great as well, and what an emotional end to Rose's story for the moment. It's really great. Every time you watch it, it really hits those chords nicely. The Doctor does a lot of growing, Rose does a lot of growing, and there's great monster stuff. You know, Daleks versus Cybermen. Who'da thunk it? The Runaway Bride. I love The Runaway Bride. I like it slightly more than the Christmas Invasion. I'm putting it in Allons-y and just above Christmas Invasion, so it's at the top. It's great. It introduces Donna. I know some people, this is their least favorite Donna story, but I think she's great in it. I think Catherine Tate's great in it. I think they very quickly find a dynamic, her and David Tennant. And I just think it's a fun romp. It's got some awesome moments in it. I mean, the car chase, the TARDIS car chase alone pretty much has earned it this spot. Smith and Jones, allons-y, and I'm putting it just above the end of the world. So in between the Unquiet Dead and the end of the world. It's a fun romp. It's a good story. Martha's great, and she has this great introduction, and that feels really real. And the way they've interwoven the Doctor in the story is really clever. The Judoon are really cool, and then the monster, the true monster itself is really cool. Yeah, it's great. Shakespeare Code, I'm putting in Ooh, It's a Thing, just above Boomtown. It's fine. It's good. There's some cool stuff in it, but it's not the best. Gridlock. Gridlock is great. I'm putting it in Geronimo. I think it's an underrated classic. There's some really interesting stuff in there, in terms of, you know, social satire and from a production, it looks great. I love how it's very specifically continued from the last story, as series 1 and series 2 were. But I think it just is a really good story, and it really cements the Doctor and Martha's relationship and like how that is and how that works and how it's going. And he has this long conversation with her at the end with that beautiful panning shot. There's some lovely stuff in here, and I think Gridlock's great. So I'm going to put it, above Runaway Bride and above The Christmas Invasion. In terms of when I've most recently watched a lot of this stuff, that varies. A lot of this I know off by heart. But, you know, on a rewatch, I imagine, of some of these episodes, I imagine that would definitely affect their ranking. This is just currently my vibes. Daleks in Manhattan, Evolution of the Daleks. I'm putting in Look What the Cat Dragged In. I don't like this story. I've never liked this story. I can really appreciate its production. It's one of the best looking stories, and they've done so well with creating Manhattan in Cardiff. The Daleks look great, and the Dalek-human hybrid is such a great design. My big problem is that although they've explained, you know, the cult of Skaro have to, you know, find a way to evolve so that they can survive. The whole nature of being a Dalek is that they don't sully their DNA with anyone else. They think that the definite species, the ultimate species, it is so against their nature to do what they do in this story that even the justifications that they put in the story, for me, don't justify it. And I'm just sort of left wincing a bit. I don't like it, but can really appreciate the production and the performances. There's just some real cringy stuff in there too. All the Dalekanium nonsense is a bit, whatever. It's not the word. Nah, I'm putting it in I'm So Sorry. I've changed my mind. The Lazarus Experiment, I'm putting in Ooh, It's a Thing. It's so meh that it's meh. It's fine, but just nothing to write home about personally. It's a good sort of continuation. I don't know, Doctor Who sometimes does this mid-series slump, and the Lazarus Experiment is, to me, what the long game is in series 1. 42. I really like 42. This is a Chris Chibnall story. 42's fun. I'm going to put it below The End of the World. There's a really cool moment I will just highlight very quickly. This really cool moment where the Doctor thinks he's going to get killed by this sun creature that's possessed him, and he starts explaining regeneration to Martha. Really cool moment as a kid, because you go, oh no, the Doctor thinks he's going to regenerate. What's actually going to happen? Really good trick. Human Nature, The Family of Blood, right at the top, and I'm going to put it just ahead of Dalek. So it's just under The Empty Child, The Doctor Dances, and in second. In You Were Fantastic, Absolutely Fantastic. It's a brilliant story, a great adaptation of a great novel. The novel's well worth a read, if anyone's interested. Features the 7th Doctor originally, and features a lot of the same story elements, but as a TV episode, it's really good, and it's some of David Tennant's best performances in the show, and the ensemble cast is just fantastic as well. It's really good. It's really good. Blink. It's obviously You Were Fantastic, Absolutely Fantastic. A lot of people say it's overrated, and it is, but it is just unbelievable television. It's so good. Stephen Moffat deserved all the awards for that and all the recognition. I think Dalek is I'm gonna put Blink underneath Dalek and above The Girl in the Fireplace. And I'll see how that sits with me. Utopia, Geronimo, and I'm going to put it above Gridlock. It's a great reintroduction to Captain Jack, as well as the character that appears at the end, the bad guy. It's the Master. Sorry, spoilers. The Sound of the Drums and The Last of the Time Lords. I'm going to put in Allons-y, and I'm going to put just ahead of. That feels right. I'm going to put it ahead of Army of Ghosts and Doomsday and underneath the Christmas Invasion. I love it. It's a great two-parter. Really good stuff. I love John Sims' Master. I think it's great. I think it treads a fine line between being the Master of old and the Master of new. He really puts his own take on it. There's campy moments of it, sure, but there is a evil to him, that really works. And there's a cruelty to him that really speaks of the other masters. I think he's great. Voyage of the Damned. I'm going to put it at the bottom of Allons-y. The Christmas specials are great. I really like the Christmas specials. Voyage of the Damned I'm going to put into It's a Thing. It's not as good as the other Christmas specials, but it's a good watch. It's well worth a watch. Look, I love all Doctor Who, even the stuff that's worse than the Twin Dilemma, just to put it out there. This is just sort of the order I would choose to watch it in or recommend it to someone. Partners in Crime, I'm going to put in Allons-y, and I'm going to put it above The Unquiet Dead and below Aliens of London World War III. It's a lot of fun. It's a good romp and a great reintroduction of Donna. Fires of Pompeii. I need to give this one a rewatch, but I'm going to put it just below The End of the World and above 42. I've always liked it, but I need to give it another rewatch. I think it needs a reappraisal from me personally. Planet of the Ood, I'm going to chuck at the bottom of Allons-y as well. It needs another rewatch. Sontaran Stratagem and the Poison Sky. I really like the Sontarans in this. I like how they're sort of playing it for laughs. I know a lot of people don't, but the Sontarans are objectively a bit silly. I love what they did in Flux with the Sontarans, making them like a proper warrior race again. But yeah, Sontaran Stratagem, Poison Sky, it's good. I'm going to put it below Planet of the Ood in Allons-y. The Doctor's Daughter, it's probably the most Ooh, It's a Thing episode, actually. Got to put it at the top of Ooh, It's a Thing. It's a fun watch, but it's nothing to, write home about. Good performances. The show at this point is at a very consistent level. To only have a couple of stinkers, is great. That trend doesn't continue, obviously throughout the run, but we'll get to that. Unicorn the Wasp, it goes in I'm So Sorry. It's borderline. I've never liked this story. I've never gotten what they were going for. It's campy, but it's not intelligent. It just sort of seems like a bad parody at a lot of times, and that's not down to any particular production, any particular element of production. But I don't know. It's just I've never gotten around to it. I've never gotten it. I've gotten it. It's just I've never liked it. Silence of the Library, Forest of the Dead. You Were Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Another Stephen Moffat banger. He really, underneath Russell as showrunner, really turned out some of the best stories in Doctor Who. Silence of the Library, Forest of the Dead. It's the best River Song story by a considerable way. Yeah, it's fantastic. Midnight, You Were Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to put it... Ooh. I'm going to put it just below Blink. So it's now at coming fifth. You're Fantastic, absolutely fantastic in the top tier. Midnight is fantastic. I watched it 1 year ago for the sequel episode that appears in Ncuti Gatwa's second season. And it really holds up. It's really good. I think it's one of Russell's best. I think it's one of the show's best. Super scary. It could be the scariest episode of the new era. Okay, what have we got? Turn Left. I appreciate this story, but I've never enjoyed watching it. It goes in Allons-y, but I'm going to put it above the fun ones in Allons-y, and I'm going to put it below Army of Ghosts and Doomsday. Okay. I'll be nice. I'll be kind. The Stolen Earth, The Journey's End. The Stolen Earth, Journey's End. It's going to go... Do I like it more than The Sound of Drums and Last of the Time Lords? Surely not. I'm going to put it just above Turn Left in Allons-y. It's good. For me, it doesn't, it's not the same. Oh, I do like season 3, the cliffhanger more. I'm going to move that up, sorry. And I'm going to move Gridlock down. Okay, I'm just going to do a bit of reshuffling here, folks. So I'm going to move The Runaway Bride up to the bottom of Geronimo. And I'm also going to move The Christmas Invasion up to the bottom of Geronimo. Gridlock is currently at the top of Allons-y. And I've also moved The Sound of Drums, Last of the Time Lord, so just under Utopia. So I've just done a bit of reshuffling. When I get to the end of each era, I'm going to go through the top 10 and the bottom 10. Oh, top 5 and the bottom 5. Okay, I'm relatively happy with this for the moment. Okay, let's keep going. We're nearly at the end of the Russell T Davies era, the first one. The Next Doctor. I've always liked The Next Doctor. It's going in Allons-y, and it's going to go... Until I reappraise it, just above the Fires of Pompeii. I'm sure that's sacrilege, but hey, this is what hot takes are for. Planet of the Dead, ooh, it's a thing. Top of the ooh, it's a thing. It's got great production value. It looks great. I've just never particularly liked the story. It's fine. There's some cool stuff. There's some good unit stuff, I guess. Does it need to be higher? No. Waters of Mars. Geronimo. Ooh. No, it goes into Geronimo for me, and I'm going to put it below School Reunion and above The Impossible Planet and The Satan Pit. Waters of Mars is great. It's terrifying. It's scary. The Doctor is great. It's one of David Tennant's best performances, and Lindsay Duncan is an absolutely fantastic sort of companion in this story. Very different sort of companion. It's harrowing, but it's such a good, entertaining, thrilling watch. The idea of the Time Lord Victorious is great and bold and fresh and interesting. I feel like they could have done more with it. Maybe if David Tennant had an extra season, or they brought it in a series earlier, that would have helped. But for me, it just feels often like a bit of a missed opportunity right at the end. Great resolution, though. It's just a great story. So maybe I need to judge it based off the story rather than what it could have been after the story. It is great. I'm happy with it there. End of Time, Allons-y. It's a difficult one. I really like it, but you know, the honor lap at the end, the drawn out regeneration was really effective on broadcast, but makes subsequent watches difficult. So I'm going to put it just below The Stolen Earth and Journey's End in Allons-y. All right, so I'll just do a quick recap. So the top 5 are from 5th place to 1st place: Midnight, Blink, Dalek, Human Nature and the Family of Blood, and The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances in the top spot. The bottom 3, because we've got nothing so far in Look What the Cat Dragged In. The bottom 3 from third last to last is Daleks in Manhattan, An Evolution of the Daleks, The Unicorn and the Wasp, and Love and Monsters. Alrighty-roo. Time for the Moff. We've got the 11th Doctor's era with Matt Smith, and we're starting off with the 11th hour, which is an undeniable banger. It's going above the Waters of Mars and just below... Oh, it's so good, though. I'm putting it above School Reunion. Crazy, but it's so good. It's a great modern introduction to a Doctor. You know, I feel it's like what Robot is in the classic era. It's such a good introduction. Lots of great Spearhead references. Matt Smith is fantastic. I love the fairy tale thing they've gone for. It's great. Like, I was, I think, 13 when Series 5 broadcast, and I remember watching the 11th hour on a computer on ABC iView with, 360p, crazy bit rate, crazy compression, but loved it. Absolutely loved it. I've loved it every time I've watched it since. Beast Below, Allons-y. It's good. It deserves a bit more recognition. I think it's a really good story. I'm going to put it just above 42 in Allons-y. Victory of the Daleks. I'm so sorry. I'm putting that in. I'm so sorry. I don't dislike it as much as Daleks in Manhattan, Evolution of the Daleks. There's some great things about it. Ian McNeice as Churchill is great. Great cast. It's just, I feel like they just muck up the Daleks. The War Dalek is cool, the Blitz Dalek, but I don't know. Those designs are great. The Daleks' plan is a bit bonkers. I don't know. As a production, it just feels really messy. Yeah, I don't like it. The main, the Dalek Supreme is like sharing half its roof height with like an air conditioning unit for half the story. I don't know. I just don't like it. I've never liked it. Time of Angels, Flesh of Stone. Borderline Geronimo. I'm going to put in Allons-y, and I'm going to put it above Gridlock. Oh, does it lose points? No, I've rethought that. I'm going to move it just above Turn Left and below The End of Time. No, it loses points because you see the angels move in Part 2. Part 1 is great. Time of Angels is fantastic. They sort of muck it a bit. Flesh and Stone is good, but that it sort of sidetracks into this whole story about the crack. Anyway, a story for another time. Vampires of Venice. I'm putting in I'm So Sorry below The Unicorn and the Wasp. It's not as bad as Love and Monsters. It's not in worse than Twin Dilemma, but I really don't like that story. The whole bachelor party thing and the whole just sort of running around, and yeah, I just think it's a bit of a missed opportunity there. Missed opportunity in Venice. Amy's Choice. It's in Geronimo. Easy. Let's chuck it. I'm going to chuck it above Utopia. Amy's Choice is a great story. I've always loved it. Toby Jones is fantastic as the Dream Lord. Really, really solid story. Cool production things. The way the 11th Doctor's costume is changing between the two realities he's in. Cool. Great concept. Great twists. Yeah, it's just a great story. Hungry Earth, Cold Blood. It's at the bottom of Ooh, It's a Thing. It's so net, it's fine. Really, if you want to watch this story, I suggest you just watch Doctor Who and the Silurians. More bang for your buck. It's pretty much just doing that story anyway. Or the Sea Devils. Watch the Sea Devils. Vincent and the Doctor. Oh, don't know what's happened there. Sorry, everyone. Quick emergency with my tier list there. Vincent and the Doctor, on the other hand, goes in You're Fantastic, Absolutely Fantastic. I'm going to put it at the bottom of You're Fantastic. Oh, no, I'm going to put it ahead of Silence in the Library. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's got a lot to say, and it means a lot. Yeah, watch it. It's great. The Lodger. Allons-y, and I'm going to pop it. I'm going to pop it just below Partners in Crime and above The Unquiet Dead. That feels okay. James Corden, he's good in it. And I've heard some people don't like James Corden, but I think he's good in this. I think it's a good cast. I think it's a cool sort of little story. Fun. It's fun. And Matt Smith is great in it. He's great in this whole season. The Pandorica opens and the Big Bang. This is in Geronimo. This is great. It's a great finale. Oh, is it better than Army of Ghosts, Doomsday, Stolen Earth, Journey's End? I'm going to pop it above the Christmas Invasion above The Runaway Bride. Yeah, I'm going to put it in Geronimo, just below The Sound of Drums and Last of the Time Lords. It's so much fun. It's great. It's a great ending to the season. There's some clever stuff in there. It just, I guess, lacks that full substance. And also River Song. She, for me, drags a lot of these down. A Christmas Carol. It's great. I'm going to chuck that just below The Christmas Invasion. It's a really strong Christmas special. It's a really strong story. It's a great timey-wimey twist on that story. Funny, Doctor Who never did it before, but there you go. The Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon, that's going in Allons-y. I'm going to pop it just below Time of Angels and Flesh and Stone. It's a really good story. The aesthetic is great. The setting is great. The whole American thing is great. What it does well is sets up the mysteries that get answered more or less throughout the rest of Series 6. It's such a strong start for the series. It all sort of goes a little bit downhill from there. Curse of the Black Spot. Look What the Cat Dragged In. The Doctor's Wife. Tricky. I've always loved this story. Obviously, this was written by Neil Gaiman, who, yes. Let's talk about the story. It's good. It's great. Production value is great. I would have previously put it in Your Fantastic, Absolutely Fantastic, but I don't feel like it goes anywhere above the bottom of Geronimo. I've always liked the story. The Rebel Flesh, The Almost People. Oh, it's a thing. I'm going to chuck that there. There's some interesting stuff, but again, just feels like some missed opportunities. And I don't know, Series 6 has this thing of it feels like the show feels like it's better than it is. That might not have made any sense, but I'm sticking by it. A Good Man Goes to War, Look What the Cat Dragged In. I'm going to put it above The Curse of the Black Spot. Again, there's the sort of idea of the Time Lord Victorious, the Doctor going too far, but it's sort of like, well, he hasn't, but he gets tricked at the end anyway. So hitting, like there's some good concepts, but they're not properly explored. I think the cast are doing great. I don't know. It's just Series 6 is so bogged down in this storyline and River Song that I feel like it suffers. Let's Kill Hitler. Look What the Cat... Oh, no. There's so... That whole last scene is so long and... Ugh, I'm so sorry. Victory of the Daleks is better. Yeah, I'm chucking it in there at the bottom of... Oh, sorry. Just below Victory of the Daleks and I'm so sorry. Night Terrors. Allons-y. It's good. And I'm putting it above... Planet of the Ood in Allons-y. The Girl Who Waited. Geronimo. It's very good. I'm putting it above The Doctor's Wife. I do like stories where the Doctor isn't the good guy because that's not who the Doctor is. Like the stories where he has to make a very difficult choice and he sort of cowards out of it. I think all the characters here, I think Rory's at his best in this story. Karen Gillan's performance is just a powerhouse. I'm going to put it above The Runaway Bride. I'm going to put it above The Pandorica Opens. Am I? No. I'm going to put it above The Runaway Bride, but below The Pandorica Opens in Geronimo. Geronimo's doing very well as a category. So well done, Geronimo. As is Ooh, It's a Thing. The God Complex. This goes to Geronimo too. And I'm going to put it just above The Doctor's Wife. Real mixed bag, Series 6. Real mixed bag. There's some really good stuff in there, but yeah, bit of a mixed bag. Closing Time. Look What the Cat Dragged In. I don't mind Closing Time, but it's just feels like a bit of a waste of time. They're like, oh, let's do The Lodger Part 2, but they didn't have a story for it. And there's like basically no female characters in it as well, and that becomes pretty old pretty quickly. I don't know. It's a weird mix, this series of stuff, but I'm putting it above Goes to the Black Spot, but below Good Man Goes to War. Wedding of River Song, I'm so sorry. This is the first finale that's a proper mess. I love Moffat stuff. I think there's some cool ideas in The Wedding of River Song, but it just can't tie together everything. There's just too much going on. I never bought River and the 11th Doctor as a thing. Matt Smith is great. Alex Kingston really has her moments, but I just don't buy it. Sorry. The Doctor Win in the Wardrobe. I'm going to put it in worse than the Twin Dilemma, but above Love and Monsters. Still think Love and... no, the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe is a bit crap. Just because it sort of is... just doesn't have really anything to say or does anything. It's just an hour and it's so long and it's so... and they drastically misuse Bill Bailey. Like, the perfect performer for Doctor Who, in terms of his talents, visually, he's just perfect for the show. But, like, they give him, like, this little bit mining part where he's, like, a miner. And is he... worse than the Twin Dilemma. All right. Series 7A, Asylum of the Daleks. We're going to chuck you in... Ooh, it's a thing right at the top. It's an all right watch. The divorce thing with Amy and Rory, stupid, forced relationship tension. I don't mind the Clara thing. Good plot twist on broadcast, her being in it, because she'd already been announced and all of that. Dinosaurs on a spaceship. Ooh, it's a thing. I'm going to pop that just below Asylum of the Daleks. I'm not a big fan of Series 7 overall. Just putting it out there. A Town Called Mercy. I'm going to put just in the bottom of Allons-y. Power of 3. I'm So Sorry. Above Victory of the Daleks. I'm putting it at the top of I'm So Sorry. It is an incoherent mess. The resolution is crazy. But there's a lot of good. Basically, if you're looking at it as a 3-act structure, Acts 1 and 2 are pretty good. It sets up a great mystery. But Act 3 is just an incomprehensible mess. I don't know what happened, but you just watch and you go, what? Angels Take Manhattan, Allons-y. I'm going to pop it. Where will I pop it? Popping it above Turn Left. Again, River Song, I feel like weighs it down. I feel like if it was just the Doctor and just Amy and Rory, I feel like that would have been a better story, personally. And Series 7 was split into 2, like Series 6. There was a big break. And then the Christmas special, The Snowmen. I love The Snowmen. I think The Snowmen's great. It doesn't get the love it should. I think it's great. Victorian Clara is great. I like the Paternoster gang. I like how they used in this story. I think Strax is hilarious. In this story, especially. I think the Crimson Horror is a bit much. I think Deep Breath is a bit... But, like, I really like The Snowmen, you know? It's probably a bit long. I think if 5 minutes was cut, it'd probably be very tight. But there's some good stuff in it. It has the best TARDIS reveal ever. Let's not forget that. I'm putting it at the top of Allons-y. It's almost Geronimo. Bells of St. John. It's in Allons-y. It's a good watch. It's a fun watch. I'm popping it just below Rise of the Cybermen, Age of Steel. The Rings of Akatan. I'm putting it at the bottom of Look What the Cat Dragged in the Oncoming Storm. I think it's just a missed opportunity. There's some great visuals. As a production, it looks great. Yeah, look, they really should have stuck with Victorian Clara. I will die on that hill. Cold War. Ooh, it's a thing. This is where most of this series is going to end up. I'm putting it below Planet of the Dead. Oh, Dinosaurs on a Spaceships. I'm moving Dinosaur on a Spaceship down to below the Rebel Flesh. That feels right. Hide. Oh, it's a thing, and it's going right at the bottom. Journey to the center of the TARDIS. Look What the Cat Dragged in. So many missed opportunities. We could have seen so much of the TARDIS. I'm not asking for another console room. That would have been great. But just like I feel the story was a waste of time as well because of the resolution, that it was just... I don't know. It just felt like a mess of a story. It's like they were given the title and then worked together another script to make this script. I don't know, especially when they had a new console room, they could have really done a lot to accentuate that. It just, I don't know. It just, yeah. The Crimson Horror. Ooh, it's a thing. They do an interesting thing with the flashback thing. The Doctor is sort of out of the picture for most of the story, which is cool. The Victorian aesthetic's cool. Paternoster Gang, yeah. Clara's great in it. Again, with this whole series arc thing, which is the mystery with Clara, it bogs down each main story, I feel like. Like, each story doesn't sit out on its own. Like, the Bad Wolf thing, the Vote Saxon, Torchwood, the stars are going out, the crack in the wall. Like, there's stuff that built towards something without detracting from each main story. I mean, the crack, Flesh and Stone, and Time of Angels is the exception there. Nightmare in Silver, I'm chucking in worse than the Twin Dilemma. I hate it. Just, the Cybermen aren't scary. They're just a big monster, and it's not funny, but it's not... It just feels like a dud of an episode. Real dud of an episode. And a waste of the Cybermen. Name of the Doctor. Allons-y. It's good. It's a good finale. Richard E. Grant is great. I'm going to chuck it in Allons-y, and I'm going to pop it above Partners in Crime, but below Aliens of London World War III. The 50th anniversary special, The Day of the Doctor. I'm going to chuck in Geronimo, and I'm going to chuck it just below Rose and just below Bad Wolf in The Parting of the Ways. It has to do so much as a story. There's a lot of characters to juggle. It has to introduce a Doctor. It has to convey the Time War, multiple time periods. It's an odd length, like 75 minutes. As a production, it's fantastic, and I know people are sad about the classic Doctors. I think the Doctors have done a nice service. Like, it would be great, obviously, to see them all in it, and recent years have proved it doesn't matter how old they are, they look great, but I love the concept of it. And I feel like it's a studio thing. The BBC clearly were like, well, we want the Doctors to appear as they did in the show, not any older or younger or whatever. So I think the use of archive footage is clever, considering the restraints they clearly had. It was all part of the branding thing, I feel like. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Tell me. Time of the Doctor. I'm putting it above the Sontaran Stratagem and the Poison Sky, but below Planet of the Ood in Allons-y. I think there's a lot of missed opportunities, but it's a good fun watch. And it's a great end to Matt Smith's era, and he's great. He's great in that. Deep Breath. I'm putting just below Time of the Doctor. There's some interesting things going on. The show looks great. Peter Capaldi is great, but they're struggling with what to do with him. And this struggle continues basically for 2 seasons. Into the Dalek. I like Into the Dalek. Let's pop it. I'm going to pop it just above The Beast Below. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool story. Robot of Sherwood. I like Series 8. Maybe I need to rewatch it, reappraise it, but it's good. I remember quite enjoying a lot of it. I like Peter. Robot of Sherwood just goes up just above Deep Breath, but below Time of the Doctor. Listen. I'm going to pop that below The Name of the Doctor, but above Partners in Crime in Allons-y. Time Heist. I'm going to pop in Allons-y too, and I'm going to pop it just below The End of the World and just above The Next Doctor. The Caretaker. Ooh, it's a thing. It's very much it's a thing, and I'm going to put it above The Rebel Flesh and below Cold War. Kill the Moon. Look what the cat dragged in, right at the bottom. So, nah, it's not funny. Mummy on the Orient Express. Let's do... Put it above Time Heist. I'd put it above Listen. I'm going to put it between Listen and The Name of the Doctor. Flatline. I like Flatline. I'm going to put it above Angels Take Manhattan. And below The Impossible Astronaut on the Day of the Moon. In the Forest of the Night. Oh. I'm going to put that in worse than The Twin Dilemma. at the top of it. It's not no, I'm putting it at the bottom of I'm so sorry. It's not offensively bad, but it's incoherent. It's just like, what is going on? And maybe I need to rewatch it. Maybe it's far worse than I remember. I remember watching it and going, oh my Lord, what are we doing? Dark Water, Death in Heaven. It's definitely the weakest finale at this point. I'm going to pop it in Allons-y, and I'm going to pop it above Night Terrors, but below the Bells of St. John. Last Christmas, I'm going to put at the bottom of Allons-y. Ooh. No, I'm going to put it above the Sontaran Stratagem. There's some great stuff in it, but it's all retconned at the end anyway. If it didn't get retconned, it'd be a different story. Great ending for Clara if they'd stuck with it. Series 9. Hot take. I know this whole thing is going to go over time, but Series 9, I love. I love Series 9. I think there's definitely some big missteps, but as a format, as a structure, I think it's great. And also, I think there's some good stories. Magician's Apprentice, which is familiar, I'm putting in Geronimo. I'm going to put it just above The Doctor's Wife. I know it's a Genesis of the Dalek sequel. I know there are things about that story people hate, but I actually quite like it. Under the Lake Before the Flood, I'd also put in Geronimo. I think it's just a really great story. I think it's a really great watch, the Part 1, Part 2 thing. I love the bootstrap paradox sequence. I think the Sonic sunglasses are great. Sorry. The Girl Who Died. Ooh, it's a thing. Easy. I'm going to swap the Crimson Horror and Hide. I'm going to swap the Crimson Horror and Hungry Earth and Cold Blood. I'm going to rejig these, don't worry. The Woman Who Lived. Look what the cat dragged in, and I'll chuck it right at the bottom. The Zygon Invasion, the Zygon Inversion, I'm put in Allons-y, I reckon. And I'm going to put it above Sontaran, above Last Christmas, above Deep Breath. No, I think Deep Breath's better. I'm going to put it above Deep Breath, I reckon. Yeah. Oh, it's tricky. Sleep No More. Worse than the Twin Dilemma. It's at the bottom of the list for me. I hate Sleep No More. I've hated it with a passion. I get what they're doing. I like the found footage thing. It's just the story is incomprehensible. It's offensively incomprehensible. Face the Raven. Allons-y. I mean, it's belittled by what happens to Clara, but I think it's great. There's a lot of good that comes from it. I'm going to put it just below Into the Dalek, but above the Beast below. Heaven Sent. Straight to the top. It's probably my favorite Doctor Who story. It's great. It's grand. I think it's Steve Moffat's best. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a triumph on all sides of production, acting, directing, production, design, performance. Yeah. All right. Hellbent. Tricky one. I'm going to put it in Allons-y. I think as a production, the show has never looked as good. I think Peter Capaldi is fantastic. There's the storytelling structure is really cool. How you're not really sure where you are when you're with the Doctor and Clara in the diner. And then it flashes back to Gallifrey, and it's this whole fable of, the Old West thing. There's some really cool ideas. A lot of people don't like what the Doctor does on Gallifrey. I understand that. I get where the Moff is going with it. I think if it was any other companion other than Clara, who at this point has died 1 billion times and has had such a grip on the Doctor's life, I think if it was Bill or if it was Amy, people would feel much differently about it, much more differently about it. So Hellbent, I'm going to chuck with Face the Raven, but above it, but below Into the Dalek. Husbands of River Song, I'm going to put in Allons-y. I like the Husbands of River Song. I really like Peter Capaldi and Alex Kingston. I think they work really nicely together. And I think it's the best River Song story since the first one. And I like how it wraps everything up really nicely. I'm going to put it just above the next Doctor, but below Time Heist. The Return of Dr. Mysterio. Ooh, it's a thing. And I'm going to pop it around the Doctor's daughter, above Dinosaurs in the Spaceship. Yep. Matt Lucas as Nardole is very good in this. The Pilot, Allons-y, easy. And I'm going to pop it. Pop it below the belt. I'm going to pop it above Dark Water and Death in Heaven. Oh no, I'll pop it, above Dark Water and Death in Heaven, but just below the Bells of St. John. They've really nailed Capaldi at this point, and they found how to write his Doctor. And he's fantastic. Smile. Ooh, it's a thing. I'm going to chuck it above the Caretaker. Thin Ice. I'm going to chuck it above Planet of the Dead in Ooh, It's a Thing. Knock Knock. Look what the cat dragged in. Oh no, I'll put it just below The Girl Who Died in Ooh, It's a Thing. Oxygen. Geronimo. And I'm going to pop it above The God Complex. Oxygen is great. Tense, thrilling, amazing. Okay, the Monk trilogy. Extremist, The Pyramid at the End of the Earth, and The Lie of the Land. Let's do Allons-y. And let's pop it above the next Doctor. It's a tricky one because Extremist I really like. Pyramid I like. Lie of the Land, I think there's some missed opportunities, but it looks great. Yeah, I'm going to just chuck it in the middle of Allons-y. I think there's a lot to be said about it. It's an interesting one I'd like to revisit. Series 10 I'd like to revisit. Empress of Mars. Oh, oh, no, I'll put it at the bottom of Allons-y for the moment. Eaters of Light. I'm So Sorry. Again, just a bit incomprehensible. Great ideas, great concepts. That clearly formed it. It just doesn't work. World Enough in Time and the Doctor Falls. It's in Geronimo at least, and I'm going to put it above The Sound of Drums and the Last of the Time Lords. I think it's great. The resolution's a bit iffy, but it's Doctor Who finales for you. I think it's great. Allons-y, Twice Upon a Time. I know people hate this story. I have always liked it. There are some things about the first Doctor that is like, well, that's not really how the first Doctor was. It's a bit of a misunderstanding of him as a character, but I feel there's such gold in the episode that for me it outweighs the negative points that people have raised. So I'm going to chuck it. I'm going to chuck it above the Lodger in Allons-y. I'm going to just quickly review what we've got here so far. We've got at the bottom of I'm So Sorry, In the Forest of the Night, and then the bottom four, Love and Monsters, Nightmare in Silver, The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe, and Sleep No More. They're the last five stories in my ranking. And then top five, we've got You Were Fantastic, Absolutely Fantastic, from 5th to 1st, Midnight, Blink, Dalek. I've done top 6. Midnight, Blink, Dalek, Human Nature and the Family of Blood, The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances, and at the top spot, Heaven Sent. Stephen Moffat has done very well. He's also done poorly, so, you know, we can't all win. That was the end of the Moffat era. Now we're going to the Chibnall era. This won't take very long because there's not as many stories. And then we're into the Disney era, which, again, there's not very many stories, as it turns out. So we're nearly done. So thank you for sticking with me, folks, even though the video recording has not. The Woman Who Fell to Earth. It's easily an Allons-y. I really liked it. It was a bold take. I'm going to put it above Time Heist and below The End of the World. I think it was a really good start for this era. Shame it all sort of went downhill. Ghost Monument, Allons-y. I'm going to put it just above Robot of Sherwood. Rosa. I'm going to put in Alonso. Oh. It's borderline Geronimo. I need to probably rewatch her whole era. I'm going to chuck it for the moment, though. Below Flatline and above Angels Take Manhattan. Arachnids in the UK. I'm putting at the bottom of Ooh, It's a Thing. The Saranga Conundrum. I liked it from memory. I'm going to put it above the Rebel Flesh and below the Caretaker. Demons of the Punjab. That was good. That was good. I like Demons of the Punjab. I'm going to pop it just above the Ghost Monument. Kablam. Real mixed bag. Kablam. I'm going to put it in the top of Ooh, It's a Thing. The Witchfinders. I liked the Witchfinders. I'm going to put it above Night Terrors. Oh, it takes you away. Oh, I forget about the whole era. It takes you away goes in Look What the Cat Dragged In, and I'm going to put it at the bottom. I'm sorry, everyone. I've got to put it at the bottom. Battle of Ranskorav Kolos gets a lot of hate. I don't particularly mind it. It's not a finale. I feel like Resolution very much is the finale of Jodie's season. Yeah, Battle of Ranskorav Kolos is fine. It's fine. Ooh, It's a Thing. At the top. At the top of Ooh, It's a Thing. Maybe Cold War needs to get rejigged. Cold War is better than this. I'm going to put Cold War above Empress of Mars in Alonzi. Cold War, well done. You've been upgraded. Resolution, I'm going to put... Ooh, does it go in Geronimo? No. I'm going to pop it above Flatline. I really like Resolution. It makes the Dalek scary, and I think it's a nice end, but, I mean... Oh, bloody Ryan. Spyfall. Okay, this is another hot take. Series 12 is my least favorite season of the show by a long, significant way. Partially because of the Timeless Child thing. Partially because of just it's relying on a lot of fan service to Series 3 of the show, which is weird, the RTD era, which actually RTD2 also does. Same criticism. But Spyfall I hate for a lot of reasons. The Master, no disrespect to Sacha Dhawan, but the Master that he is portraying is not in character of the Master as we know it. It also completely shits on the Master's ending as they played it in The Doctor Falls, which does a great disservice to everyone, including, Spyfall, Look What the Cat Dragged In. But I'm going to put it at the top because it's got great production value. I'll put it in Ooh, It's a Thing. I'll pop it. But it really frustrates me. Oh, but there's some good stuff in it. I'm going to chuck it and... I'm going to chuck it at the top of Ooh, It's a Thing. It's not an Alonzi. I can't do that. Orphan 55 is worse than the Twin Dilemma. It's going right at the bottom. Orphan 55. Less said about it, the better. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. Allons-y. And I'm going to pop it. I quite like it. Above The Next Doctor. Into the Dalek is better than The Next Doctor. I'm just going to move that there. Okay. Fugitive of the Jadoon. Allons-y. But it's a weird story, and Jodie's Doctor gets completely sidelined, which becomes her whole thing. I'm going to put it above, just below Into the Dalek. Fires of Pompeii is better than that. I feel good about that. All right. Praxius. Look What the Cat Dragged In. Can you hear me? I'm so sorry. Like, what the hell is going on there? Okay. The Haunting of Villa Diodati. It's great. I really like the Haunting of I really like the Haunting of Villa Diodati. I'm going to pop it in just above, just below flatline. I like that. Look, Ascension of the Cybermen and the Timeless Children, I'm going to put in Look What the Cat Dragged In. I can't put it any lower, even though I want to, because of how great it looks as a production. So I'm going to put it at the top of Look What the Cat Dragged In, but I'm very tempted to put it in the bottom ranks. Mostly because the Timeless Children is narrative exposition. Lazy narrative exposition on a narrative that doesn't even really make sense. Revolution of the Daleks. I'm so sorry. What a mess. What a big missed opportunity. What a random mix of Daleks and Captain Jack, and just a waste of Captain Jack. And the last time we will see Captain Jack. What a real shame. Flux. I'm going to put it in Allons-y above Resolution. I think it's the best of Jodie's era. But again, it gets so caught in this lore, and 6 parts had so much potential, and the first 3 parts especially were really strong. The first 4 parts had some of the best cliffhangers in the show's history, but just no proper resolution, and raised more questions than I think we got answers for. Still don't know what the hell happened at that, and it actually took Russell in the beginning of the Disney era to sort of explain what had happened at the end of this era. Like, obviously, there were huge constrictions put on the production over COVID and budgetary reasons and all of that, but it just is, I have to rate it based off the story. Great to have serialized Doctor Who back, and this is where the show should go back to, but it was a bit of a missed opportunity. Eve of the Daleks, I'll put in Allons-y, and I'm going to pop it above the Witchfinders, above Darkwater. Yeah, there feels about right. Sort of around the pilot. Legend of the Sea Devils. I'm so sorry. It goes in I'm so sorry. Again, I've got to put it above a lot of this, the earlier stuff, because the production is good. I think it's worse than Revolution of the Daleks. Can you hear me as worse? Yeah. Okay, that's a bit better. I've done some reordering at the bottom. Legend of the Sea Devils. The Sea Devils look amazing, but God, that is the only good thing to say about the story. Just what a wet mop. As wet as the fish that swim through the Sea Devil base. All right, we're getting close, folks. Thanks for sticking through. The Power of the Doctor. Allons-y. It's fun, but a complete mess. The Doctor doesn't get a proper goodbye. Yaz doesn't get a proper goodbye. Power of the Doctor. I'm going to chuck below into the Dalek. Lovely to see Peter, Sylve, Colin, Paul, but Jodie has done a complete disservice in her own regeneration story. She's overshadowed by literally nearly every other Doctor, all of whom are male, and the end of her era, the first female Doctor, is, completely overshadowed, and, really not great. It's lovely she got a little chance to come back earlier last year, but, her Doctor was done a big disservice. She was great, just the writing didn't match her. All right, the Russell T Davies 2 era. We don't know whether this is the whole era or whether or not it's continuing. I think the Christmas special at the end of this year is written by Russell, so it's probably... Well, who knows? Who knows? We don't know at the time of recording. Star Beast, great. Star Beast is great. It's going in Allons-y very firmly. I'm going to chuck it there, above the Impossible Astronaut on Day of the Moon, but below Time of Angel, Flesh and Stone. It's not perfect, but super fun, and really is reminiscent of this whole era. It's of the whole, first era, the Russell T Davies first era. Wild Blue Yonder is one of my favorite Doctor Who stories. It's going right at the top, and it is going there. It's going in number 6, folks. So it's going in between Blink and Midnight. It is that good. It's fantastic, and I won't hear a word said against it. Well, I will, of course. I'll be nice. I'll hear a word against it, but I'll probably disagree with it. The Giggle. Giggle is great. The bi-regeneration brings up too many questions, and the last 15 minutes is just weirdly paced. Neil Patrick Harris is one of the best things to happen in New Who. He's fantastic, and the Toy Maker is great. Great reinvention of a classic villain. RTD really nailed it. It's definitely an Allons-y, borderline Geronimo. I'm going to probably pop it. I'm just going to pop it below Flux. Below Flux in Allons-y. So it's like top, just under top 20. Church on Ruby Road. I'm going to put it at the bottom of Allons-y. Shooty is so good in it. Like, he's so good. I'm going to pop it. Yeah, around the Time of the Doctor. So just below Time of the Doctor, above the Zygon Inversion. Space babies. I didn't hate it as much as everyone else did. I know this story got a lot of hate. I'll put it at the top of Who It's a Thing. The Devil's Court. I liked The Devil's Court. I liked it a lot. I'm going to pop that in Allons-y, and I'm going to pop it just above the Lodger. I thought it was really interesting. I thought they were building some good stuff. Again, stuff which hasn't gotten answered. Boom. Not my favorite Stephen Moffat, but it's good. I'm gonna pop it above Turn Left. 73 yards. It's in Geronimo, and I'm going to put it just below the Doctor's Wife. Yeah, that feels right to me. Dot and Bubble. I'm going to put in Geronimo again. I think it's great. I'm going to put the Doctor's Wife, below 73 yards and Dot and Bubble. Put 73 yards. There. And I'm going to put Dot and Bubble there. Great. Rogue. Rogue's very much Allons-y. Rogue goes into... I'm going to put her just below Smith and Jones and above The End of the World. No, I'm going to put it just above The Woman Who Fell to Earth, just below The End of the World. The Legend of Ruby Sunday and the Empire of Death. I'm so sorry. Joy to the World. Allons-y. At the bottom of Allons-y. The Robot Revolution. Bottom of Allons-y. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Allons-y's a good category is sort of the problem. Robot Revolution I'm going to put into It's a Thing just above Space Babies. Alright. Lux. Okay, this is a tricky one for me because for me, Lux has the moment in the show where it nearly lost me. It jumped the shark for me. The moment with the fans, it lost me. I nearly turned it off, which is a moment I could never thought I would get to ever in the show, but lo and behold, we got there. So, Lux goes into I'm So Sorry. I know a lot of people loved Lux, which was a shock to me when it dropped. Yeah, Lord. The Well. No, Lux goes further down. It goes, yeah, at the bottom. It really, really offended me. Lux, yeah, I hated that moment. Like, it was a visceral reaction when Russell did that. Now, I'm sorry, I've lost one. Oh, no. Oh, no, I've just swapped it. I'm a dill. I'm a big old dill. The Well is quite good. I'm going to put in here. No. Here. No. That feels good. Lucky day. Yeah. Story in the engine. There's good things about it. That's the problem. We're comparing it with such bangers. Bells, I think it's... I'm going to put it just above the Bells of St. John and underneath the Rise of Cybermen. Oh no, it does a lot of unique things. I'm going to pop it there. Yeah. Interstellar Song Contest. There's a lot of good... I know a lot of people didn't like this story for different reasons. I think it was a good exploration of the Doctor breaking character almost. I just feel like now, especially now, it's not going to go anywhere. It's problematic. I'm going to chuck it in Alonzi, though. It had some great moments. It was a thrilling watch. None of it got resolved, but that's okay. I'm going to chuck here. 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 No. Here. Alright, I'm going to chuck that there. Oh my god. This... yeah, I'm going to chuck that right at the bottom. Yeah, okay, I'm going to put that in 5th last place. It's destroyed Doctor Who in a few ways. It's ended it on a creative lull not seen since, I guess, Trial of a Time Lord. I think it's in a really difficult spot now. Who knows what's going to happen at Christmas, but we can only imagine. So, folks, that's the show. I'm just going to quickly go through now and just see if I'm happy with my choices, and then sort of go through the bottom 5 and then the top 5. Let's do bottom 10 and top 10. I'm happy with this. I think I'm pretty happy. There's going to be probably some things even I disagree with as I go through it, but this is the ranking as I see it, of modern Who, Doctor Who stories. There's some stories I want to completely reevaluate. Fires of Pompeii is one, for instance. A lot of Jodie's era I want to have another good watch through, because I imagine I'll probably enjoy it more, you know, as time has gone on, you know. Look, there's stuff that I'm more angry at now than I was then. Timeless Children I'm mad at, but gee, it's got nothing on the reality war. This is my Doctor Who ranking, so thank you so much for joining me. If you've got any comments, feedback, suggestions, feel free to hit up the website, hyperfixationthepodcast.com. Leave me any feedback. And any topics you'd like me to do. If you'd like me to do classic stories, if you'd like me to do classic seasons, that's definitely on the cards. We've got some more Doctor Who ones coming up, as well as completely other topics. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.